Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Greg Michalowski from ForexLive.com. This is a Kickstart video where I take a look at three of the major currency pairs: Euro versus US dollar, dollar versus yen, sterling versus US dollar from a technical perspective. Let's get started. Looking at the Euro versus US dollar, well, we're making a break for it. We're breaking above the high price that we saw in the month of August. Those high prices came in at right around the 112 level. Nice little round number there, and the price just moved above that level in the last few minutes of trading, taking the price above that key target on the top side. Taking a look at the daily chart, where does that put us? Well, I had the 111.84 level as a level of importance, and that goes back to these this low right here and this high right here. The last thing the price did was test this old low right here before moving to the downside. Admittedly, we went above that level here, we went above it here on our way to the 112 level, and we tried to hold it up below the level over here in last week's trading, but we've since moved above that level, and now trading above the high price for the year, and making a new high for the year. The last time the price traded above 112 was going back to this date right here in July of 2023. In the month of July, the price moved up to 112.709. So we have another 70 or so pips to the upside to the next key target. The level up happened to also correspond with some lows through here as well, where the price found a low here and here and here. And then we moved below the level and used it as resistance before moving to the downside. So coming up to that 112.71 level would be the next key target on the top side if the momentum can continue in the Euro versus US dollar. I'd set the 111.84 as a stop level now in the short term for traders looking for more upside in the Euro versus US dollar. Let's take a look at the dollar versus yen. I'm going to start by looking at the daily chart. The 144.58 level, that is the 50% midpoint of the range since the this 2023 low price to the high price that we saw in 2024, that 144.58. And as you can see, the price did try to move above it a few days ago, but moved back up below it. You can see that closer on the hourly chart, where the price indeed moved above the 58 level right here in trading yesterday, but quickly rotated to the downside. And since then, we've started to rotate back to the upside. That came despite falling below the 100-hour moving average yesterday and closing below that level. Should have sent the price lower, and it did, but then we came up to the 100-hour moving average in the Asian session. Found sellers, like you should, but could not stay below that level when we moved back above it. Right here, the sellers turned to buyers, and we started to rotate back to the upside. So we have the 144.58 level, and then we have the high price from yesterday to get to and through on the top side to increase the bullish bias for the dollar versus yen. Where's risk? Well, I would not like to see the price start to move back below this swing area, back below the 100-hour moving average for sure. So keep those levels in mind on the downside, but the buyers are certainly making a play in the dollar versus yen again today. Finally, let's take a look at the sterling versus US dollar. I'll take a look at I'm going to start off by taking a look at actually a weekly chart. And if I look at the weekly chart in this currency pair, you see the high price right here that came into this swing area. This goes all the way back to 2018. The swing area was defined by a number of different swing lows and swing highs going back in time, including here, here, and here before moving to the downside, getting up to that 134.11 to 135.11 is now the next target. To get above that level would be increase in bullish bias for the sterling versus US dollar. That's the weekly chart in this currency pair. Let's go move all the way down to the hourly chart. You can see that the price did rotate back to the downside and came back toward this 133.58 level. That 58 level has been home to a number of different swing highs through here. We traded above and below it here and tried to stay below it here, but then moved above it. And what was the last thing we did before moving higher yesterday, which was base against that 58 level. And what did we do today? We came back down toward that 58 level and found some support buyers. So watch the 58 level on the downside. If we stay above that level, then keep the upside momentum going for the sterling versus US dollar. If we move back below the 58 level, watch the 100-hour moving average. Note here that the price on Monday came down toward that 100-hour moving average, found early buyers. We did fall below it here in trading last Thursday, but quickly rebounded back to the upside. And other times over here toward the 100-hour moving average, we did find some support buyers. So there's some history in that 100-hour moving average. So be aware, be prepared. So that's my Kickstart video to start your trading day off in the Euro versus US dollar, dollar versus yen, sterling versus US dollar. My name is Greg Michalowski. Look forward to your trading. Bye-bye now.